At around 7 p.m., two guys came to the supermarket to get some coins. They were very clear about their tasks. One of them was in charge of distracting the shopkeepers, while the other was in charge of scouring the market. At this time, the shopkeepers didn't notice anything unusual. They were both very happy. They were about to get the coins. Unexpectedly, at this time, a man with a needle in his hand came straight to the cash register. Next, the man was holding the needle in his hand. He demanded the cash registrar to give him money. The cash registrar saw the black gun pointing at himself and got scared. The two of them raised their hands, but they didn't know what to do. The robber saw that the cash registrar didn't want to give him money, so he got angry. So he ordered the cash registrar to give him money again. At this point, the robber thought that the robber had taken the lead. But the next second, there was a turnaround. While the robber was focusing on asking the cash registrar for money, the two guys were not idle, but were discussing the countermeasures. Soon, they came up with an idea. They only saw one of them gently walking around the shelves, carefully staring at the robber. The robber used the skateboard as a cover to push the robber out. Then he heard a bang, and the skateboard hit the cash register. When the robber heard the sound, he turned around and looked around. At this time, the guy next to him saw that the robber was distracted. He grabbed the opportunity and rushed over. The robber was caught off guard by this sudden scene. In a panic, he dropped the needle in his hand on the counter. At this time, the cash registrar in the counter was still in a daze. He didn't react for a moment until one of the men handed the needle to the cash registrar. Only then did he react.